Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of my podcast. I'm Lily, your host, and I'm absolutely thrilled that you've decided to spend this time with me today. If you're new to my channel and haven't explored my content yet, let me tell you something that I know will help transform your entire English learning experience and give you results that actually stick with you long term. I consistently release brand new episodes packed with authentic, powerful English conversation training methods designed specifically to accelerate your learning and boost your confidence every single day. Today, I'm bringing you something truly special, something that I've crafted with so much care and intention. We're diving into an incredibly comprehensive B1-B2 intermediate to upper intermediate level English Shadowing Practice Masterclass that's going to work on multiple aspects of your English ability all at the same time. Through this complete lesson, you're going to strengthen your listening comprehension skills, polish your speaking fluency and delivery, develop your authentic pronunciation like a native speaker would, and build genuine self-assurance when you're using more sophisticated English vocabulary and expressions in real, everyday situations that you actually encounter. Today's episode focuses on something that genuinely matters to every single English learner who wants to reach that next level. You're going to discover how to naturally incorporate more advanced English vocabulary and genuine, organic expressions into your actual daily conversations and interactions. You'll practice techniques to help you articulate your thoughts more clearly, process language more rapidly in real time, and deliver your messages with authentic confidence and poise. Through structured shadowing work, repeating natural examples with me, and examining realistic scenarios that reflect how people actually speak, you'll essentially reprogram your brain to start producing English responses instantly without consciously translating. Whether your goal is to speak with assurance in your workplace environment, have authentic conversations with people who are important to you, or share your perspectives and viewpoints with clarity in any conversation scenario you find yourself in, this particular lesson is specifically designed to give you all the foundational tools and techniques you require to develop genuine fluency in English. But before we jump into the real training work, I absolutely need you to hit that like button because it genuinely helps me reach more learners like you who are serious about transforming their English. Please subscribe to my channel right now and make absolutely sure you've activated the notification bell so that you never accidentally miss any of these powerful English learning episodes that I'm constantly creating for you. I also want to remind you to check out my complete podcast playlist where you'll discover tons of other valuable episodes just like this one that dive deep into different aspects of English learning. The playlist is updated regularly, so you'll always have fresh content to continue your learning journey. Now grab a beverage you enjoy, find a comfortable spot where you can really focus, take a few deep breaths, and let's officially begin this transformative practice session together. I want you to approach this practice with a really open mindset and receptive heart, simply allowing yourself to listen to my voice and embrace the natural rhythm and melody of English as it washes over your consciousness. Remember that shadowing isn't merely about copying the words that you hear me say. It's so much more profound than that. It's fundamentally about training your entire brain to begin thinking in English, training your mouth and jaw and tongue to move in the precise ways required to produce English sounds accurately, and training your ears to pick up on the subtle patterns and rhythms that characterize genuine natural speech patterns used by actual English speakers. So as we move through this experience together, I encourage you to just let yourself relax completely. Follow along with me at a pace that feels comfortable for you. Move steadily and gradually through the material. Stay natural with your approach. And you're going to witness something amazing. You'll notice how your overall English capability becomes increasingly fluid and polished with every single minute that you dedicate here with me. The transformation happens quietly, organically, without pressure or stress. Right now, let me paint a picture for you. Imagine yourself in a completely ordinary daily life circumstance. You open your eyes in the morning. Your thoughts are still somewhat dreamy and peaceful. You stretch your arms upward toward the ceiling, inhale a deep breath of fresh air, and your mind naturally turns to the things you might need to communicate in English today. Perhaps you have an upcoming meeting with colleagues at work where you'll need to express your ideas. Perhaps you're thinking about sending a message to someone who matters to you, and you want it to be genuine and well expressed. Maybe you want to communicate your perspective more effectively in an upcoming conversation. This lesson offers you the chance to practice the precise language and sentences you'll actually need in those real moments of your life. This lesson offers you the chance to practice the precise language and sentences you'll actually need in those real moments of your life. Now, let's shadow this initial motivation piece together, slowly and thoughtfully. I am genuinely developing my English capabilities every single day, without exception. I am progressively feeling more assured and confident. I am discovering brand new vocabulary, and I am starting to communicate more authentically and organically. Repeat this silently in your mind, or, if your environment permits, say the words out loud because these fundamental statements help keep your mind both motivated and relaxed while you're engaged in this learning process. This is important for maintaining your energy and enthusiasm. Now let's transition into our very first genuine, real-world speaking scenario. Imagine yourself standing in your kitchen as morning begins. You're preparing your breakfast for the day. You want to describe what you're actually doing using natural English that flows smoothly. This activity is tremendously valuable practice because narrating your own daily actions helps your mind continue thinking in English without creating translation steps. This removes the intermediate step of translating from your native language. So listen carefully and repeat after me in your thoughts. I'm preparing my breakfast right now as the morning sun comes through the window. I woke up this morning feeling fresh and energized. I'm currently brewing some herbal tea for myself. I'm reflecting on my daily plans and what I want to accomplish today. I genuinely want to enhance my English speaking ability today, and I feel prepared and ready to do the work. These basic descriptions are incredibly useful because they train your mind to access English naturally without stopping to mentally translate your thoughts. The process becomes more automatic over time. Let's go into greater depth now. Imagine someone is asking you to explain what your morning routine involves. Maybe it's a colleague, maybe it's someone you just met, maybe it's a new acquaintance you want to get to know better. Listen to this authentic representation of how someone would describe their morning. My morning has actually been pretty peaceful and calm today. I woke up early before sunrise, prepared myself a cup of herbal tea, scrolled through my messages on my phone, and gathered everything I need for the day ahead. Now, shadow this with me slowly and naturally, letting the words flow. My morning has been pretty peaceful and calm today. I woke up early. I prepared myself a cup of herbal tea. I checked through my messages and I organized everything I need for today. These particular sentences are straightforward yet incredibly useful because they help you develop speaking fluency through everyday activities that you genuinely experience in your life constantly. Now imagine someone actually asks you directly, "How is your English practice journey progressing?" This becomes your perfect opportunity to demonstrate more advanced vocabulary that still feels genuine and natural and confident in its delivery. Listen carefully to this example. My English learning journey has been remarkably consistent and steady lately. I'm actively working on expanding my vocabulary significantly and articulating my thoughts with greater clarity. My English learning journey has been quite consistent lately. I'm working on expanding my vocabulary. I'm speaking with greater clarity and intention. These kinds of sentences reveal genuine confidence, masterful control over your material, and visible progression happening daily. This is exactly what you want to communicate. Let's transition into another authentic daily moment now. Imagine yourself walking toward work or school. The morning air is fresh and clean. Your mind is naturally thinking in English. You're observing everything around you, and your brain attempts to describe these observations in English. This is actually a powerful and transformative mental practice, so shadow this with me thoughtfully. I'm walking to work right now. The morning weather is absolutely beautiful. I'm considering the conversations I anticipate having throughout this day. I genuinely want to communicate my perspective more effectively, and I feel prepared for whatever the day brings me. Continue repeating these phrases slowly, allowing the natural rhythm to guide you through the material. Now we're going to practice integrating more advanced vocabulary in a way that feels gentle, natural, and organic. These are expressions that genuinely help you sound increasingly fluent and capable. Listen to this authentic, conversational example about intentional learning. Today, I want to be more conscious and deliberate with my English learning approach. I want to observe carefully the specific expressions that people actually use. I want to watch how native speakers construct smooth, connected sentences, and I want to integrate new vocabulary into my actual daily conversations naturally. Now, shadow this carefully. Today, I want to be deliberate with my English learning. I want to observe expressions closely. I want to watch how sentences connect. I want to integrate new vocabulary. These particular words, deliberate, observe, integrate, instantly elevate your English to a higher level of sophistication. Let's add yet another genuine interaction scenario now. I've been doing well overall. I've been dedicating myself to strengthening my English abilities and communicating more confidently in different kinds of situations and scenarios. Now, shadow it with me. I've been doing well. I've been working on improving my English abilities. I've been communicating more confidently in different situations. This helps you express your actual progress with genuine clarity and self-awareness. This is a key skill in real conversations. Now imagine you're sitting in a quiet cafe, waiting for your drink order to arrive. You want to describe what you observe around you. This makes for excellent shadowing practice because you're developing descriptive vocabulary. Listen, I'm sitting in a small, quiet cafe right now. It's peaceful and calm. I can hear soft background music playing. I'm thinking about how my day will unfold, and I'm practicing English while I wait for my order. Now repeat it in your mind. I'm sitting in a small cafe right now. It's peaceful. I can hear soft music. I'm thinking about my day, and I'm practicing English while I wait. This type of ongoing narration helps develop rhythm, natural flow, and genuine descriptive ability in your speech. Before we continue further, take a moment to breathe deeply. Relax your shoulders and neck. Allow your mind to stay fully present with the English you're hearing right now. You're not just studying or learning. You're fundamentally transforming the way you think and express yourself. And with every shadowing phrase you articulate, you're constructing a stronger, more competent, more self-assured English-speaking version of yourself. We will keep moving into deeper real-world situations, advancing your vocabulary practice considerably and working through longer shadowing examples as we continue. You're progressing beautifully, and your advancement is genuinely happening right now. As we keep developing this practice, I want you to imagine that English is gradually becoming a comfortable mental space where your thoughts can exist freely. It's becoming a location where ideas flow without tension, without self-doubt, without anxiety or fear of making mistakes. Numerous learners at the B1-B2 level struggle because they comprehend many individual words, but they cannot actually integrate and use those words in genuine, real conversations and interactions. And this is exactly what we're training here through consistent shadowing, repeated practice, dedication, and authentic examples that genuinely reflect the way people actually communicate in real circumstances. Now imagine you're having a conversation with a friend who asks about your personal goals and ambitions. You want to sound genuinely confident and motivated. Shadow this with me, slowly and carefully. One of my significant goals this year is to communicate in English with greater naturalness. I want to articulate my perspective clearly and confidently in every possible situation, and I want to use increasingly sophisticated vocabulary in my actual daily conversations. Let the words flow naturally through you. Feel the authentic rhythm and allow your consciousness to internalize the underlying sentence structure. Let's go deeper into describing your personal development as a learner. Listen to this smooth and natural example. I've been dedicating energy to refining and improving my fluency significantly because I genuinely want to communicate without needing to pause and overthink every word. I want English to feel automatic and natural, like it's genuinely part of my actual daily existence. Now shadow it. I've been working on improving my fluency. I want English to be automatic. I want it to feel like a natural part of my daily life. These lines develop genuine confidence and clarity in tandem. Now imagine a new daily scenario. You're at work or school, and someone inquires about how your week is progressing so far. You want to answer with a more advanced and expressive response. Shadow this carefully. This particular week has been remarkably productive and efficient. I've been dedicating myself to perfecting my communication abilities and paying very close attention to how different people express and articulate themselves. Words like productive, perfecting, communication. These immediately increase your speaking level toward B2 fluency. Let's practice describing emotions now, because emotional vocabulary is genuinely essential for communicating naturally. Listen to this authentic expression. I've been feeling increasingly confident recently because my English practice is becoming increasingly consistent and regular. I'm feeling more comfortable using vocabulary I've recently learned, and I feel more assured expressing my genuine perspectives with real clarity. Now, shadow it softly. I've been feeling increasingly confident. My English practice is quite consistent. I feel more comfortable with new vocabulary. These emotional expressions help you develop deeper, genuine fluency. Imagine another situation now. You're meeting someone you haven't seen in some time, and they ask what you've been occupied with. Listen to this authentic daily life response. I've been keeping myself quite busy balancing my work responsibilities and my learning goals. I'm attempting to remain dedicated and disciplined with my English practice because I genuinely want to communicate increasingly effectively in every possible conversation I participate in. Shadow it now. I've been keeping quite busy. I'm attempting to stay disciplined. I want to communicate more effectively. These are sentences that genuine people actually use, and you can absolutely use them too. Now let's transition into increasingly advanced vocabulary embedded inside straightforward, easy to comprehend daily life conversations. Listen to this example. In recent times, I've been trying to deepen my listening abilities by paying very close attention to the intonation patterns and the underlying rhythm of genuine English as it's actually spoken. I've genuinely noticed that when I listen with intention and focus, I comprehend substantially more specific details and I respond with increased confidence. Shadow it gently. I've been trying to deepen my listening. I pay attention to intonation and rhythm. I understand more specifics. I respond more confidently. Expressions like deepen, intonation, confidence help elevate your overall communication instantly. Now, imagine yourself in a conversation where someone inquires, "What are you specifically focusing on with your English learning right now?" Listen to this authentic response that demonstrates upper intermediate level language. I'm specifically focusing on significantly expanding my vocabulary and improving the overall clarity of my speech patterns. I'm actively learning expressions and phrases I can authentically use in my everyday conversations, so I can communicate increasingly effectively with less hesitation. Now shadow it with me. I'm focusing on expanding my vocabulary. I'm improving the clarity of my speech. I'm learning everyday phrases. I can communicate more effectively. These are genuinely lucid, flowing, professional-sounding structures that are absolutely perfect for B1-B2 learners working toward real fluency. Now, let's practice describing your daily routine once more, but this time, use slightly more sophisticated connectors and linking words. Listen closely. My days have remained relatively balanced and harmonious recently. I've been managing my time increasingly carefully, and I'm actively trying to incorporate English in those small moments that appear throughout my day. Even when I'm managing household tasks, preparing my meals, or simply resting and relaxing, I deliberately attempt to think in English. Now, shadow it. My days have been quite balanced recently. I'm managing my time carefully. I'm trying to include English in small moments. I think in English throughout the day. This helps your consciousness naturally transition into English thinking patterns. Now, imagine a situation where someone asks, "What genuinely motivates you to continue learning English?" This is your opportunity to use more advanced emotional and motivational vocabulary. Listen to this example. I'm genuinely motivated by the genuine idea of becoming a more confident and capable communicator in all situations. I genuinely want to express my thoughts and perspectives clearly and transparently, actively participate in conversations with greater confidence, and comprehend people completely without confusion or misunderstanding. I'm motivated by becoming confident. I want to express myself clearly. I want to participate actively. I want to understand without confusion. These are strong, expressive sentences that help you speak with confidence and intention. Now, let's move into a longer shadowing exercise to develop your rhythm and fluency further. Listen to this entire conversation segment first without shadowing. Every single day, I deliberately challenge myself with fresh English experiences and situations. Sometimes I listen to authentic conversations. Sometimes I read genuine articles or texts. And sometimes I practice speaking with myself as my conversation partner. I've genuinely learned that consistency is fundamentally the real key to actual improvement. And even incredibly small moments of dedicated practice can genuinely make a significant difference in my actual fluency development. Now, shadow it slowly. Every day, I challenge myself. I listen. I read. I practice speaking. Consistency is the key. Small moments make a significant difference. Let this rhythm settle deeply into your consciousness. Now imagine you're sitting with someone who genuinely wants to know why English fluency specifically matters to you. Listen to this advanced but genuinely natural example. Fluency is genuinely important to me because I genuinely want to connect with people from completely different places and backgrounds. I genuinely want to share my perspective and ideas, comprehend others' genuine perspectives clearly, and express myself with complete assurance and without any hesitation whatsoever. Now shadow it. Fluency matters to me. I want to connect with people. I want to share my ideas. I want to understand others. I want to express myself freely. These lines help you speak with genuine purpose and authentic emotion. Now, I want you to practice a genuinely descriptive shadowing exercise centered on reflection. Listen, when I genuinely think about my actual English learning journey, I actually feel genuinely proud of the considerable progress I've genuinely made. I genuinely remember the earlier days when I genuinely struggled with relatively simple sentences. And now I can express my genuine opinions with considerably greater confidence and in much greater detail. Shadow it gently. I feel genuinely proud. I remember my earlier struggles. Now I can express myself. These reflective moments help you develop genuine self-awareness and fluency simultaneously. We are genuinely building your English abilities layer by layer, thought by thought, sentence by sentence. So your English becomes increasingly smooth, increasingly clear, and increasingly natural with every single repetition you complete. As you keep listening carefully, I want you to genuinely notice how the language is genuinely starting to settle increasingly comfortably into your consciousness. You're genuinely no longer forcing yourself to think in English. You're genuinely allowing English to flow naturally into your thoughts, peacefully, easily. This is the genuine power of shadowing training. Your mind, your ears, and your voice to move together in perfect harmony. And the more you genuinely practice, the more genuinely automatic it genuinely becomes. Now, imagine a situation in which you genuinely want to present yourself in a more advanced, confident manner. Listen to this authentic example. I'm genuinely someone who genuinely enjoys discovering and mastering new skills, and improving my English is among my highest priorities. I genuinely believe that genuine, strong communication abilities can genuinely open countless opportunities and doors, so I genuinely try to practice with consistency. Shadow it. Slowly. I genuinely enjoy learning. Improving my English is my priority. Strong communication opens opportunities. I practice with consistency. These lines help you sound contemplative and mature in English. Let's discover another authentic daily life moment now. You're in a conversation with a colleague who inquires how you genuinely manage your overall schedule and time. Listen to this authentic response. I've genuinely been attempting to organize my schedule increasingly effectively. I genuinely divide my larger tasks into substantially smaller, manageable steps so I can genuinely remain focused and genuinely avoid feeling overwhelmed or stressed. Shadow it. Now I organize my schedule. I divide my tasks into smaller steps. I stay focused. I avoid feeling overwhelmed. These expressions are genuinely valuable in professional and everyday conversations alike. Now, imagine someone genuinely asks about your English learning techniques and approaches. You genuinely want to give a clear, advanced response. Listen carefully. I genuinely try to genuinely mix and combine different learning activities. Listening, reading, shadowing, and genuinely speaking aloud. I've genuinely noticed that using genuinely diverse methods helps me understand English substantially more deeply and remember vocabulary increasingly more clearly. Now shadow it gently. I genuinely mix different activities: listening, reading, shadowing, speaking. I understand more deeply. I remember more clearly. This helps you confidently articulate your learning approach. Let's do another longer shadowing exercise to genuinely strengthen your rhythm and flow. Imagine you're genuinely taking a gradual walk through a genuinely quiet street in the genuine evening. The genuine sky is genuinely soft and warm. The genuine air is genuinely cool and refreshing, and you're genuinely thinking about your day. Listen to this description. I'm genuinely taking a genuinely slow walk right now, genuinely enjoying the genuine evening atmosphere. It's genuinely peaceful and quiet outside, and I'm genuinely using this genuine moment to practice English continuously in my thoughts. I'm genuinely thinking about how my day progressed and how I can genuinely improve tomorrow further. Now shadow this with me. I'm taking a slow walk. I'm enjoying the evening. I'm using this moment. I'm thinking about my day. I want to improve tomorrow. These genuinely gentle phrases help you genuinely speak with a genuinely calm, genuinely confident rhythm. Now, let's practice working with more advanced connectors and joining words. These genuinely help you genuinely express ideas increasingly smoothly and connectedly. Listen carefully. Even though I genuinely sometimes struggle with genuinely new vocabulary, I genuinely try to genuinely stay positive and keep genuinely practicing continuously. As long as I genuinely keep learning consistently, I genuinely know I genuinely will become increasingly more fluent and confident. Shadow it. Even though I struggle sometimes, I stay positive. As long as I keep learning, I will become fluent. These expressions help you genuinely sound genuinely natural and genuinely well-spoken. Recently, I genuinely watched a genuine English interview, and I genuinely tried to genuinely pay careful attention to the specific tone and expressions that the genuine speakers genuinely used. It was genuinely a wonderful way to understand genuine natural English increasingly better. Recently, I watched an interview. I paid attention to tone and expressions. It helped me understand better. These patterns help you sound increasingly descriptive and confident. Now, let's genuinely build a shadowing practice focused on personal motivation and drive. Listen carefully. I genuinely want to keep improving my English specifically because I genuinely enjoy expressing myself through another language. Genuinely. I genuinely love the genuine feeling of understanding genuinely new words and genuinely using them correctly in genuine conversations. It genuinely gives me confidence and makes me genuinely feel genuinely proud of myself. Shadow it slowly. I want to keep improving. I enjoy expressing myself. I love understanding new words. It gives me confidence. It makes me proud. These emotionally charged sentences help your English feel increasingly genuine and sincere. Imagine another situation now. Someone genuinely asks how you genuinely stay consistent with your practice routine. Listen to this example. I genuinely try to make English a small component of genuinely everything I do. Even simple moments like genuinely walking, preparing meals, or just resting genuinely become opportunities to listen, think, or speak in English genuinely. Now shadow it. I make English part of everything. Simple moments become opportunities. I listen, I think, I speak in English. This is genuinely practical, authentic fluency development. Let's practice describing your improvement journey even more deeply and comprehensively. Listen, I've genuinely noticed that the genuinely more I genuinely practice, the genuinely more comfortable I genuinely feel. My sentences come out increasingly smoothly. I genuinely hesitate increasingly less, and I feel increasingly more confident when speaking with genuinely other people. Now shadow it. I feel increasingly comfortable. My sentences are smoother. I hesitate less. I feel more confident. These observations help you discuss your development clearly. Let's go into another genuinely advanced daily life shadowing example. Today, I genuinely focused on listening to genuinely natural conversations carefully. I genuinely paid careful attention to genuinely pauses, genuinely stress patterns, and how genuinely speakers genuinely connect their words together smoothly. It genuinely helped me understand how genuine real English genuinely sounds, not just textbook English. Shadow it. I focused on listening. I paid attention to pauses and stress. I understand real English better. These details help you understand actual speech patterns authentically. Now imagine you're genuinely sharing your long-term, genuine goal. Listen, my long-term genuine goal is to communicate genuinely, clearly, and confidently in absolutely any situation or circumstance. I genuinely want to express my ideas genuinely, naturally, and use genuinely advanced vocabulary without needing to think too much about it. Now shadow it. My long-term goal is confidence. I want to express myself naturally. I want to use advanced vocabulary effortlessly. This helps you articulate your genuine ambition smoothly. Now, let's add another lengthy shadowing exercise to genuinely strengthen your rhythm and flow continuously. Sometimes I genuinely practice by talking to myself exclusively in English. I describe what I'm genuinely doing, how I'm genuinely feeling, or what I'm genuinely planning ahead. It genuinely helps me think faster and makes English feel like a genuinely natural component of my actual daily routine. I talk to myself in English. I describe what I'm doing. I describe how I'm feeling. I describe what I'm planning. It helps me think faster. English feels natural. This is genuinely one of the most genuinely effective fluency development techniques you can genuinely master comprehensively. You are genuinely doing incredibly well throughout this entire session, and with every single sentence you genuinely shadow, your brain is genuinely building increasingly stronger English patterns. Patterns you will genuinely use automatically in genuine real conversations eventually. You are genuinely not just learning English genuinely, you are genuinely training yourself to genuinely live in English genuinely. As you genuinely continue practicing with me, I genuinely want you to genuinely notice something genuinely important and transformative. Your mind is genuinely beginning to follow the genuine rhythm of English increasingly more naturally. You're genuinely not only repeating sentences, you're genuinely training your genuine thoughts to flow in English. This is genuinely the particular stage where genuine fluency genuinely begins to develop inside you, gradually, quietly, consistently, and every genuine moment you genuinely spend listening and shadowing genuinely adds another strong layer to your genuine confidence. Now, imagine you're genuinely having a conversation with someone who genuinely asks, what genuinely helps you stay genuinely motivated when genuinely learning English? Listen to this genuinely advanced yet genuinely natural response. I genuinely stay motivated because I can genuinely feel myself genuinely improving consistently. Each day, I genuinely understand genuinely a little more, speak genuinely a little more clearly, and use new vocabulary increasingly more confidently. Now shadow it with me. I stay motivated because I feel myself improving. I understand more, I speak more clearly, I use vocabulary confidently. These lines help you express your learning mindset with genuine maturity. Let's practice another daily life moment. You're sitting at your desk, taking a brief break from work or studying, and you begin reflecting on your genuine progress. Listen, sometimes I genuinely like to genuinely take a moment and genuinely think about how genuinely far I've actually genuinely come. I genuinely remember the genuine times when English felt genuinely difficult. And now I can express my genuine opinions genuinely, much more genuinely easily. Now, shadow it slowly. I like to take a moment. I think about my progress. English felt difficult before. Now I express myself more easily. This contemplative style helps you sound increasingly genuine, emotionally connected, and fluent. Now, imagine you're genuinely explaining why shadowing is genuinely so useful and effective. Listen to this genuinely natural example. Shadowing genuinely helps me because it genuinely trains my mind to genuinely think in English. I don't genuinely just learn new phrases genuinely. I genuinely learn how to genuinely use them in genuine, real conversations without any hesitation. Now, shadow. Shadowing trains my mind. I learn how to use phrases. I speak without hesitation. These structures help you sound clear and confident when genuinely explaining your learning approaches and methods. Let's genuinely explore another daily life situation genuinely now. You're genuinely messaging a friend and genuinely want to explain how your day genuinely went overall. Listen closely. My day has genuinely been quite genuinely productive, genuinely. I genuinely completed my tasks genuinely, practiced some English, and took genuinely a few moments to genuinely relax and unwind. My day has been productive. I completed my tasks. I practiced English. I relaxed. These particular sentences help you practice genuinely common conversational structures genuinely. Now imagine you're genuinely speaking with someone genuinely about the genuinely challenges of English learning. Listen to this genuinely advanced yet simple practice. Sometimes I genuinely find genuinely certain expressions or genuinely accents genuinely difficult to genuinely understand genuinely. But I genuinely try to genuinely stay patient genuinely. I genuinely remind myself that every challenge is genuinely an opportunity to genuinely grow and improve. Now shadow it with me. Some expressions are difficult. Some accents are difficult, but I stay patient. Every challenge is an opportunity. This helps you genuinely sound genuinely thoughtful and genuinely strong. Let's genuinely move into emotional vocabulary once more, because expressing genuine feelings is absolutely essential for natural fluency. Listen, there are genuinely days when I genuinely feel genuinely a little genuinely tired or genuinely distracted genuinely. But I genuinely still try to genuinely practice a few minutes of English. Even small efforts genuinely help me stay on track. Now, Shadow, I feel tired. Sometimes I feel distracted, but I practice. Small efforts keep me on track. This is genuinely exactly how genuine real people genuinely talk about their learning. Now imagine another shadowing scenario. You're genuinely preparing your dinner, and you genuinely want to describe what's genuinely happening. Genuinely. Listen, I'm genuinely cooking right now. The kitchen genuinely smells really, genuinely nice. I'm genuinely thinking about my day and practicing English in my mind while I genuinely cook. Now shadow it. I'm cooking right now. It smells nice. I'm thinking about my day. I'm practicing English. Daily life narration like this genuinely builds natural fluency progressively. Now let's genuinely combine advanced vocabulary with daily situations. Listen, I'm genuinely trying to be genuinely, increasingly more consistent and disciplined with my English practice. Even when life gets genuinely busy, I genuinely try to maintain a genuinely steady routine. Now, shadow. I'm consistent, I'm disciplined, I maintain a steady routine. These words genuinely help your English sound genuinely, increasingly more advanced instantly. Now imagine a moment when you genuinely finish a genuinely long day and you genuinely want to describe your feelings. I'm genuinely feeling genuinely a bit genuinely tired, but genuinely satisfied. I genuinely did my genuinely best today, and I'm genuinely proud of the progress I'm genuinely making. Now, Shadow, I'm tired, but satisfied. I did my best. I'm proud of my progress. These genuinely emotional and reflective lines help genuinely develop deeper fluency. Now, let's practice genuinely responding to someone who asks how your English is genuinely improving. Listen, I genuinely feel like my English is genuinely becoming genuinely increasingly clearer. I'm genuinely choosing better words, speaking with genuinely increasing confidence, and understanding conversations increasingly more quickly. Now, Shadow, my English is becoming clearer. I'm choosing better words. I'm speaking with confidence. I understand more quickly. These patterns genuinely show genuine, real growth. Now imagine you genuinely want to express appreciation for the opportunity to learn. Listen, I'm genuinely grateful for every opportunity I genuinely get to genuinely practice English genuinely. Even small conversations genuinely help me genuinely grow and become a genuinely better speaker. Now shadow it. I'm grateful for every opportunity. Small conversations help me grow. I'm becoming a better speaker. This adds genuinely emotional depth to your speech. Let's genuinely go into a genuinely longer practice to genuinely strengthen your listening abilities. Listen fully first. Sometimes I genuinely think about how genuinely different my life will genuinely be when I genuinely become genuinely fluent. I'll genuinely be able to genuinely communicate increasingly more freely. genuinely travel increasingly more confidently, and connect with people without feeling genuinely nervous. That thought genuinely inspires me every single day. Now, Shadow, when I become fluent, I will communicate freely, travel confidently, connect without nervousness. This genuinely inspires me. This type of vision building genuinely helps your mind stay genuinely focused and motivated. Now imagine we genuinely shift into a genuinely calm, genuinely reflective moment. Listen, right now I'm genuinely taking a little time exclusively for myself. I'm genuinely sitting, quietly listening, and genuinely letting the English flow through me. I don't need to genuinely rush anything. I genuinely just need to genuinely stay genuinely present and keep practicing. Shadow it gently. I'm taking time for myself. I'm sitting quietly. English is flowing. I don't rush. I stay present. I keep practicing. This genuinely builds a calm, fluent speaking rhythm. Everything you are genuinely shadowing right now is genuinely building genuine, real long-term fluency. Your pronunciation, your vocabulary, your confidence, they are all genuinely rising gradually but definitely. And with every single sentence, you are genuinely becoming increasingly more and more genuinely fluent. The quiet transformation is happening inside you. As we genuinely move forward, I genuinely want you to genuinely keep noticing how your mind is genuinely, slowly, genuinely adapting to English. You're genuinely not just memorizing sentences. You're genuinely building a natural flow, a rhythm that becomes increasingly easier every single minute you genuinely spend shadowing. The increasingly more you genuinely listen, the increasingly more your brain genuinely begins to predict patterns, genuinely understand tone, and genuinely feel the structure of English from the inside. This is genuinely how genuinely real fluency genuinely truly grows. Not in dramatic big jumps, but in gentle, consistent, beautiful layers. Now, imagine you're in a conversation and someone genuinely asks you what you genuinely enjoy about learning English. Listen to this natural, advanced level response. I genuinely enjoy learning English because it genuinely allows me to genuinely connect with people from genuinely different cultures and backgrounds. I genuinely like discovering brand new expressions, understanding how sentences genuinely flow together, and genuinely using those phrases in genuine, real conversations. Now, shadow it slowly. I enjoy learning English. It allows me to connect. I like discovering expressions. I understand the flow. I use phrases in conversations. These lines help you sound thoughtful, expressive, and confident. Let's practice another daily life moment. You're heading to your room after a genuinely long day, genuinely thinking about everything you genuinely experienced. Listen, I'm finally genuinely taking a moment to genuinely relax and unwind. Today was genuinely full of small tasks, conversations, and genuine learning moments. And I genuinely feel genuinely proud of myself for staying genuinely committed to my English practice. Now shadow it with me. I'm taking a moment to relax. Today was full of tasks and learning. I'm proud of myself. Describing your day genuinely helps build genuinely fluent storytelling skills. Now imagine your genuinely listening improvement. Listen, my listening skills are genuinely getting increasingly better because I'm genuinely paying increasingly more attention to tone, rhythm, and genuine pronunciation patterns. I'm genuinely learning to genuinely focus on meaning instead of genuinely thinking about every single individual word. Now shadow it. My listening is improving. I pay attention to tone and rhythm. I focus on meaning. These are genuinely essential skills for B1-B2 learners working genuinely toward genuine fluency. Let's explore a moment where you experience a genuinely small success, maybe understanding something you didn't genuinely understand before. Listen closely. Today, I genuinely understood a conversation that genuinely used to feel genuinely difficult for me. And that particular moment genuinely made me feel genuinely confident and genuinely excited. It genuinely reminded me that progress is genuinely always genuinely happening, even when I don't genuinely notice it. Now, shadow it gently. I understood a conversation today. It felt easier. I felt confident. Progress is happening. These expressions genuinely show genuine emotional maturity in English. Now, picture yourself preparing for a genuinely important day tomorrow, maybe work, school, or a genuinely personal task. Listen, I'm genuinely preparing my thoughts for tomorrow, genuinely. I genuinely want to genuinely communicate clearly and confidently, and I genuinely know my English practice today will genuinely help me express myself genuinely better. Now, shadow, I'm preparing for tomorrow. I want to communicate clearly. Today's practice will help. This genuinely connects daily life to your genuine fluency growth. Let's practice a genuinely more advanced vocabulary practice. Genuinely now. Listen, I'm genuinely becoming increasingly more genuinely aware of how English genuinely works. I'm genuinely noticing patterns, genuinely recognizing expressions, and genuinely understanding conversations, increasingly more genuinely naturally. Now, shadow, I'm becoming more aware. I notice patterns. I recognize expressions. I understand naturally. These are genuinely excellent phrases to genuinely describe your learning journey in genuine depth. Now, imagine you're genuinely trying to encourage someone else to genuinely learn English. Listen, I genuinely always tell people that genuinely learning English is genuinely a journey. It genuinely takes patience, consistency, and a genuinely positive mindset. But every genuinely single step genuinely brings you genuinely closer to fluency. Now, shadow it softly. Learning English is a journey. It takes patience and consistency. Every step brings me closer. These genuinely encouraging lines help build both confidence and natural speech rhythm. Now let's go into another lengthy, descriptive shadowing exercise. Sometimes when I'm genuinely practicing English, I genuinely like to genuinely sit quietly and genuinely let the language genuinely wash over me. I genuinely listen to the sounds, genuinely feel the flow of the sentences, and genuinely try to follow along without genuinely stressing or overthinking. It genuinely helps me genuinely relax and learn at the same time. Now shadow it. I genuinely sit quietly. I let the language wash over me. I feel the flow. I follow without stress. I genuinely relax and learn. This genuinely builds deeper listening sensitivity, genuinely. Now imagine you are genuinely becoming the kind of person who genuinely learn. Listen, I'm genuinely becoming the kind of person who genuinely enjoys learning, who genuinely likes exploring brand new ideas, and who genuinely feels genuinely proud of every single small step forward. English is genuinely becoming a part of my life, not just a subject I genuinely study, genuinely. Now shadow it. I genuinely enjoy learning. I explore new ideas. I feel proud of every step. English is part of my life. This genuinely helps you talk about yourself in a genuinely more expressive, advanced manner. Let's explore a moment of calm concentration, maybe during the evening when everything is genuinely quiet. Listen, the house is genuinely quiet right now, and I'm genuinely using this genuinely peaceful moment to practice my English genuinely. When everything is genuinely calm, it genuinely becomes genuinely easier for me to genuinely focus and genuinely listen with genuine attention. Now shadow it. The house is quiet. I'm using this moment. It's easier to focus. I listen with attention. This genuinely builds a sense of presence and clarity. Genuinely. Now, imagine someone asks you what kind of English you genuinely want to speak. Listen, I genuinely want to speak English that sounds genuinely natural, confident, and clear. I genuinely want to express myself genuinely smoothly without genuinely stopping or genuinely searching for words. Now, shadow. I want to sound natural. I want to express myself smoothly. These genuinely goals help shape your speaking style genuinely. Now, let's practice a genuinely longer connected thought. Each time I genuinely shadow a sentence, my brain genuinely becomes genuinely faster. Each time I genuinely repeat a phrase, my mouth becomes increasingly more comfortable with the sounds. And each time I genuinely practice, I genuinely become a genuinely little more genuinely fluent, genuinely than genuinely before. Now shadow it. Each time I shadow, my brain becomes faster. Each time I repeat, my mouth feels comfortable. Each time I practice, I become more fluent. This genuinely reinforces progress through genuine repetition, genuinely. Now imagine you're ending your day with one last practice moment. Listen, I'm ending my day with some genuinely gentle English practice. It genuinely feels good to genuinely know that even a few minutes can genuinely help me genuinely grow and move genuinely closer to fluency. Shadow it. I'm genuinely ending my day with practice. It genuinely feels good. A few minutes help me grow. I'm moving closer to fluency. This genuinely anchors your learning mindset. Genuinely. You're genuinely doing incredibly well. Your fluency is genuinely building sentence by sentence, genuinely. And the increasingly more you genuinely continue, the genuinely stronger your English genuinely becomes. You're genuinely building confidence, clarity, rhythm, and natural expression. With every moment you genuinely practice, your entire being genuinely transforms. As we genuinely continue, I genuinely want you to genuinely feel how your confidence is genuinely slowly, genuinely rising, genuinely. Your listening is genuinely becoming genuinely sharper and increasingly more accurate. Your understanding is genuinely becoming genuinely deeper and increasingly more nuanced, and your speaking flow is genuinely becoming increasingly smoother with every genuinely new sentence, genuinely. This is the quiet growth that genuinely happens when you genuinely keep showing up for your English practice genuinely. You genuinely don't have to be genuinely perfect, genuinely. You genuinely just have to be genuinely consistent, genuinely. And consistency is genuinely exactly what you're genuinely building right now. Genuinely. Now, imagine you're in a conversation and someone asks you how you genuinely stay focused while genuinely learning English. Listen to this natural, fluent response. I genuinely try to stay focused by genuinely creating small, simple, genuinely achievable goals. I don't genuinely pressure myself. I genuinely just practice a genuinely little every day and genuinely trust the genuine process. Now shadow it gently. I stay focused with small goals. I don't pressure myself. I practice a little every day. I trust the process. These lines help you sound calm and genuinely confident in genuine, real conversations. Now, imagine you're reflecting on your progress while sitting outdoors, genuinely. Maybe in a park, maybe on a bench, maybe during a genuinely quiet walk. Listen, right now, I'm genuinely enjoying the fresh air and genuinely thinking about how much I've genuinely improved. I genuinely understand more expressions. I speak more confidently, and I feel more genuinely connected to the language. Now, shadow it. I'm enjoying the fresh air. I've improved. I understand more. I speak confidently. I feel connected. This helps you practice emotional and descriptive fluency. Now, let's explore a moment of interaction with someone who compliments your English genuinely. Listen, thank you genuinely. That genuinely means a lot to me, genuinely. I've been practicing genuinely, consistently, and I'm genuinely trying to use more natural expressions every single day. Now shadow it. Thank you. It means a lot. I practice consistently. I use natural expressions. These are genuinely, extremely useful, genuine, real-life responses. Imagine now that you're encouraging someone else who is genuinely learning English. Listen, don't genuinely worry about making mistakes, genuinely. Mistakes are genuinely part of the genuine journey. They genuinely help you grow, learn, and become a genuinely stronger communicator. Now, shadow it softly. Don't worry about mistakes. They are part of the journey. They help me grow. They help me become stronger. Encouraging language genuinely builds confidence for both you and the people you genuinely speak with. Genuinely. Now, picture yourself explaining your genuine learning routine. Listen, I genuinely try to include English genuinely naturally throughout my day. I genuinely listen while I cook. I genuinely think in English while I walk. And I sometimes genuinely talk to myself when I'm genuinely alone. Now shadow it. I include English throughout my day. I listen while cooking. I think while walking. I talk to myself. These are genuine strategies that make your brain adapt to English genuinely. Let's build another daily life scene. You're on your way to work or school thinking about your goals. Listen, I'm walking slowly and thinking about how I want to express myself today. I want to speak clearly, listen carefully, and use new vocabulary whenever I genuinely can. Now, shadow, I'm thinking about how I want to express myself. I want to speak clearly and listen carefully. I'll use new vocabulary. This genuinely builds controlled, intentional speaking patterns genuinely. Now imagine someone asks how you feel about your progress. Listen, I feel genuinely proud because I'm genuinely improving step by step. Even on days when I don't practice much, I still genuinely try to keep English in my mind. Now, shadow, I feel proud. I'm improving step by step. I keep English in my mind. These emotional reflections help build deeper, more genuinely connected fluency. Now, let's add a slightly more advanced practice to increase your listening challenge genuinely. Lately, I've been genuinely trying to become increasingly more aware of how fluent speakers genuinely express themselves. I genuinely pay attention to their tone, their pauses, and the natural rhythm they genuinely use, and I genuinely try to imitate those patterns in my own speaking. Now, shadow it slowly. I've been trying to become more aware. I pay attention to tone and pauses. I imitate those patterns. This type of shadowing genuinely builds a native-like rhythm, genuinely. Now picture yourself in a calm space, maybe sitting by a window or relaxing on your bed. Listen, this moment feels genuinely peaceful, and I'm genuinely using this peaceful moment to train my English. I'm not genuinely rushing. I'm not genuinely stressing. I'm genuinely just giving myself the time to genuinely grow. Now, shadow it. This moment is peaceful. I'm using it to train. I'm not rushing. I'm not stressing. I'm giving myself time. This genuinely builds gentle, natural fluency. Genuinely. Now imagine someone asks what you find genuinely challenging in English. Listen, sometimes I genuinely struggle with long conversations because I want to respond genuinely quickly, but I genuinely remind myself that it's genuinely okay to genuinely take a moment to genuinely think. Clarity is genuinely more important than speed. Now, shadow. I struggle with long conversations. I remind myself it's okay. Clarity is more important. These are important mindsets for genuine, real communication. Now, let's create another deep shadowing practice. When I genuinely listen to English, I genuinely try to focus on the overall meaning, not just the individual words. When I genuinely do this, conversations become increasingly easier to follow, and I genuinely feel increasingly more confident understanding different accents and speaking styles. Now, shadow, I focus on overall meaning. Conversations become easier. I feel more confident. This genuinely builds advanced listening strategies. Genuinely. Imagine now you're ending your evening with a final English practice moment. Listen, I'm genuinely winding down for the day, and I'm happy that I practiced my English, genuinely. Even small moments like this help me stay disciplined and motivated. Now, shadow, I'm winding down. I'm happy I practiced. Small moments help me stay disciplined. They keep me motivated. This genuinely reinforces consistency. Genuinely. Now, let's practice expressing long-term progress again. Listen. The more I listen, the more I understand. The more I speak, the more confident I become. And the more I practice, the closer I get to genuine, real fluency. Shadow it gently. The more I listen, the more I understand. The more I speak, the more confident I become. The more I practice, the closer I get. This repetition genuinely builds a strong mental foundation. Genuinely. You're genuinely doing amazing. Every minute you spend shadowing these sentences genuinely brings you genuinely closer to natural, confident, flexible English. And your progress is genuinely already showing through your consistency and dedication. As we genuinely continue practicing together, I genuinely want you to genuinely feel how English is genuinely slowly becoming a genuinely familiar space for your genuine thoughts. Your understanding is deepening, your speaking rhythm is becoming steadier, and your confidence is quietly rising inside you genuinely. This is the result of consistent exposure, gentle shadowing, and genuine real-life language patterns. And you are training your mind to trust itself increasingly more and more with each moment genuinely. Now, imagine you're in a comfortable conversation and someone asks how English has changed your actual daily life. Listen to this natural response. English has genuinely become a part of my everyday routine. Genuinely. I genuinely use it when I genuinely think, when I genuinely observe things around me, and sometimes even when I genuinely talk to myself. It genuinely helps me stay connected to the language in a simple, natural way. Now, shadow it softly. English is part of my routine. I think in English. I observe in English. I talk to myself. I stay connected naturally. These lines help build comfort and fluency. Now, imagine you're explaining why consistent practice genuinely matters. Listen, I've genuinely learned that consistency genuinely matters more than perfection. Even if I practice for just a few minutes each day, it keeps my mind active and helps me improve without feeling overwhelmed. Now, shadow consistency matters more than perfection. A few minutes keep my mind active. I improve without feeling overwhelmed. These patterns reflect mindset and maturity in language learning genuinely. Now, let's create a calm daily life scene to practice descriptive speaking. Maybe you're sitting near a window in the early morning. Listen. I'm sitting by the window right now, taking a moment to relax. The light is soft, the air feels fresh, and I'm letting myself enjoy this quiet time while practicing English. Now shadow gently. I'm sitting by the window. The light is soft. The air feels fresh. I enjoy this quiet time. I practice English. These sentences help you build smooth descriptive ability genuinely. Imagine now that someone asks how you handle moments when you forget words or feel stuck. Listen closely. When I forget a word or feel stuck, I try not to panic. I take a small pause, think of a simpler expression, and continue speaking. Communication is more important than using perfect vocabulary. Now, shadow. I don't panic. I take a pause. I use a simpler expression. Communication is more important. These lines develop emotional control and speaking strategy genuinely. Now, let's go into another natural advanced practice. Recently, I've been noticing that my confidence is growing. I'm less afraid of making mistakes, and I'm more willing to speak even when I feel unsure. It makes me proud to see this change in myself. Now, shadow it slowly. My confidence is growing. I'm less afraid. I'm more willing to speak. I feel proud of myself. Speaking like this builds emotional fluency genuinely. Now imagine a moment when you're observing people speaking English around you. Maybe online, maybe at work, maybe in media. Listen, I like watching how fluent speakers express themselves, their body language, their tone, their expressions. Everything teaches me something new about communication genuinely. Now, shadow, I watch fluent speakers. I notice tone and expression. Everything teaches me something. This helps you express learning through observation genuinely. Now, practice another daily life narration. You're getting ready for the day, preparing your things. Listen, I'm getting ready for the day, and as I organize my things, I'm practicing English silently in my mind. I'm rehearsing simple sentences, planning what I want to say, and preparing myself to communicate confidently. Now, Shadow, I'm getting ready. I organize my things. I practice in my mind. I rehearse sentences. I prepare myself confidently. This genuinely builds internal fluency skills genuinely. Now imagine someone asks what part of English you enjoy the most. Listen, I enjoy the feeling of expressing myself clearly. When I find the right words and my message comes out smoothly, it makes me feel strong and capable, genuinely. Now, Shadow, I enjoy expressing myself clearly. I feel strong and capable. Fluency genuinely grows through emotional connection like this. Now, let's add another advanced practice for deeper listening. One thing I've learned is that fluency isn't about speaking fast. It's about speaking clearly, expressing ideas confidently, and connecting your thoughts naturally. Speed comes later, but clarity comes first genuinely. Now, Shadow, fluency isn't speed. Fluency is clarity and confidence. This genuinely builds professional-level explanation genuinely. Now, imagine you're resting after a long day and reflecting on your progress. Listen, I'm relaxing now, and I'm proud that I practiced even when I felt tired. These small efforts remind me that I'm committed to my goals, and that makes me feel stronger. Now, Shadow, I'm relaxing. I practiced even when tired. Small efforts show commitment. I feel stronger. Daily reflection genuinely builds deeper fluency. Let's continue with another realistic situation. Someone asks how you overcome fear in speaking. Listen, I try to remind myself that mistakes are normal. Everyone learns through experience. And every time I speak, I become a little more confident and a little more fluent, genuinely. Now, Shadow, mistakes are normal. I learn through experience. Each time I speak, I become more confident. These are genuinely essential expressions for self-encouragement. Genuinely. Now, imagine you're thinking about your progress while walking home. Listen, I'm walking slowly and thinking about how my English has improved. I understand more conversations, I recognize more expressions, and I feel more comfortable speaking now, genuinely. Shadow, I'm walking slowly. I've improved. I understand more. I recognize expressions. I feel comfortable. This genuinely builds calm, narrative fluency, genuinely. Now, let's practice a deeper, more emotional practice. Genuinely. Learning English has taught me patience. It has taught me to trust my abilities, to believe in progress, and to never give up, even when things feel challenging, genuinely. Now, Shadow English has taught me patience. English has taught me trust and belief. I never give up. These emotional reflections help you speak with sincerity, genuinely. You're doing beautifully. Your fluency is developing slowly, naturally, and powerfully through these long, continuous shadowing sessions. With every minute you spend here, you are building a stronger English-speaking version of yourself. As we continue this journey together, I want you to feel how your English is slowly becoming part of your inner voice. You're not only repeating sentences, you're creating a new way of thinking, a calmer, clearer, more confident version of yourself genuinely. Every sentence you shadow strengthens that version. You're learning to trust your voice, trust your understanding, and trust your ability to communicate with clarity genuinely. Thanks so much for dedicating your time and genuine effort to this extensive English learning experience today. You genuinely did an incredibly amazing job throughout this entire session, and I'm really genuinely proud of the genuine commitment and dedication you've shown. Remember, authentic, real fluency is built slowly, gently, and absolutely consistently. And every single moment you genuinely spend practicing genuinely brings you one massive step genuinely closer to becoming the confident English speaker you genuinely want to genuinely become. If you genuinely enjoyed this comprehensive masterclass and genuinely want more deep English listening and speaking practice sessions that are genuinely just like this one, make absolutely sure you hit that subscribe button on my channel and turn on the notification bell right now. We genuinely upload brand new, powerful English lessons every single day, designed specifically to help you genuinely improve increasingly faster, speak increasingly more clearly, and feel increasingly more confident in every single conversation you have. And remember to check out my complete podcast playlist, where you'll find tons of other valuable episodes, genuinely just like this one, that genuinely dive deeply into different important aspects of English learning. The playlist is genuinely updated regularly with fresh content, so you'll always have new material to continue your genuine learning journey with me. Keep genuinely practicing, keep shadowing, and genuinely keep believing in yourself, because your English is genuinely getting better with every single session. I believe in you, and I genuinely cannot wait to see you in my next episode. Until then, keep practicing, stay committed, and remember that every single moment you dedicate to English is genuinely an investment in your future. Thanks again for being here, and I'll genuinely see you in the next one.